What's going on, guys? It's Adam P and welcome back to Newcastle United away day vlogs. Take it on a Brentford side that battered us here last season. I remember depressing, horrible 4-2 loss in a game where we were just destroyed. And today we're looking at this fixture when our away form is honking. We haven't won a league away match since April, so we're going into it today with quite low on confidence. We've got a lot of attacking players out injured. However, actually argue this is the sort of fixture where I reckon Newcastle is going to turn up. I think Newcastle, when their backs are against the wall, I think we might see potentially a bit of magic today. We're going to need that bit of magic anyway. If you guys are new around here, of course, get down there, hit that subscribe button. 51% of you watching this video are subscribed, so make sure to join the journey if you haven't done so already. And fair play to Brentford, by the way, because they've sold Wissa to us for £60 million, who, by the way, has not even made his debut for us, yes, because of his injury. Sold Bruno and lost Thomas Frank across the same summer transfer window, and yet they're above us in the league table. You've got to say fair play, because I had them nailed on to go down, and yet they're a team that seems to be doing fairly well, if not even better, despite everything that's happened over the summer. So fair play to them. However, must win for Newcastle today. No exceptions. Has to be a win, in my opinion. Just heading over to the away entrance now. The thing is, with Brentford Stadium, it's like just in between all of these houses here. Like it's probably the hardest to spot stadium in London. You actually physically have to know where it is. If you don't know where it is, you will honestly miss it. It's mad. Look at this flag. That is class, by the way. We need a Langer to turn up today, but I love that one. Yeah, we are back to the Brentford Community Stadium. One of the smaller stadiums in the Premier League, but I do have to say, even though they've got the recycled seats from the Olympics, it's a ground I still like a bit. Like, the view's great, the away end's good, and as far as stadiums go, I do like how almost intimate it is. It's how close you are to the pitch. I'm going to find my seat now and I'm going to stop yapping on. This is more likely for Newcastle. Murphy's moving the ball out. Oh, got the shot off. Yes! Come on! 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 What a terrible goal, I'll take it. Again. Bonds! Bonds will tear you apart 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 again. Come on, we need a bit of luck to go away, we've had it. We are in the pits, by the way. That's how you know the away form's been terrible. came off Nick Pope, that balls came in, he's missed the punch, it's went behind him as a goal. He's done this in the first half and he's been punished for it in the second half. It's twice this game, he's missing really easy punching. There's no fouling, he's contesting with the referee. It's Nick Pope's mistake. He made a mistake last week against West Ham, he's done it again today. That's a decisive mistake to make. So bad, man. They're mocking him. They're actually chanting England's #1 goalkeeper. They're actually taking the piss out of our goalkeeper. And I don't blame him, by the way, because he was awful for me. Put him again for a penalty on Dan Burn. His game at that time. First one was deemed a die, this one is being deemed a foul. Gave him a red card inside the box, so it can't be both of them. Just caught again. Caught every time. Oh, I forgot he was already carded. Yeah, it is a second yellow then. Oh, it's went from bad to worse. Burns off. They've got a penalty. How many times has that happened to left back, by the way? Dan Burn being caught out and he has to make a foul. He's been caught out so many times, he's been punished today. Now we are truly in the mess. Yeah, that's the confirmation there. Burns off and they've got a penalty. I mean, there's only one way this game's going to go now, isn't it? We need Ramsey to step up. Self-inflicted, just like last week. It was self-inflicted against West Ham, it's self-inflicted again today. We've gifted them 2 goals again. I mean, the amount of points we've thrown away this season's disgraceful. Like, how have we gifted them 2 goals like that? Took a lead 2 weeks in a row and you're going to lose 2 away games, and the manner we lost this one's even worse than the West Ham one in my opinion. Oh my God. A tackle, a slide tackle's put him through. Same as last week, you gifted 3 goals last week and you gifted 3 goals this week. We put a tackle in and it's actually put the striker through. I can't believe it. This is a joke. Well, the race for European football is already going to be a long race, and now it's going to look near impossible for Newcastle when they've got to seriously chase the teams above them with bad performance after bad performance after bad performance, whipping away form that is, you're talking amongst the worst in the league currently. It's happened again. Full time, Brentford 3, Newcastle United 1. The exact same scenario as last season. Gift after gift after gift. The manner in which Newcastle are losing these games is disgraceful. Let's actually look at the losses we've got this season. Liverpool, okay, they've scored a world-class goal in the 101st minute against 10 men. So you could argue the golden red card might have been a big indicator on why Newcastle lost that game. Arsenal was an absolute gift at the end for Gabriel from Nick Pope. Brighton was a gift all throughout the game. The goals were just gifts towards them. West Ham last week, don't get me started on the performance last week. And yet again today, gift, 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 gift. All we're doing this season is throwing points away. We were winning last week, we're winning this week, and yet again, constantly throwing games away. honestly, the manner which we lost there was disgraceful. Let's actually look at the game. Coach Gordon half time, Newcastle 1-0 up. Let's be honest, did Newcastle deserve to be winning the half time? Probably not. I would have said no. Would have been the first goal at half time. Wasn't really much in the game. Newcastle effectively scored their only chance. And we're seeing a positive now. Harvey Barnes constantly came with Anthony Gordon, looked sharp. You could tell he was playing for a spot today, and he was at least a player that was actually attempting to shoot. You know, he had the ball on the edge of the box, he was just blasting it, he was attempting to do something and be positive. And that was the decisive moment that got us the lead at half time, although it may have not been deserved. Second half, we come out, and yet again, at all of these away matches, the performances are rubbish. We're bad at moving the ball around, we're awful in the attacking third. We are such a wasteful team in the attacking third. We're rubbish at moving the ball up, we're rubbish at moving the ball in, and we just don't create anything. We're an incredibly lucky team in terms of how we get chances at some of these grounds in. We offered nothing today. Walter Martin, I can't remember him doing anything. Murphy, don't remember him doing anything. Barnes scored a goal, and other than that, you're talking pop shots outside the box. And then you look at the Brentford point of view, look at the facts. I mentioned the intro, look at the factors they had this season. They've had a horrible summer. They've lost the manager. They've sold Wissa for us to £60 million. They've lost in Bruno. On paper, they're a team that you expect them going down. And yet, second half, they were so bright. They came at Newcastle. They were positive. They were energetic. They looked like they wanted to do something. And Newcastle just on the back burner. Pope made a crucial mistake for the first goal. Last week, West Ham's first goal, crucial mistake from Nick Pope. He's done it again today. He's went to punch the ball, and he did this in the first half as well. He wasn't punished for it in the first half. He was punished for it in the second half. Doesn't even touch the ball. It's a complete miss of the ball. And then Brentford score an open goal. It is an actual present. There you are. Enjoy the goal, lads. Well done. Second goal. Massive warning signs already in the game at this point. There was a penalty appealed to Brentford that was disallowed from Dan Burn making a tackle inside the box. It then happened again. Dan Burn caught out of position. Of course, he's a player in his 30s. He's not even a left back, by the way. 6'7" left back who is not a left back. 3 times a week he's playing, but you're talking a world-class left-back, Lewis Hall on the bench, who might not be 100% fit. Why is Lewis Hall not starting this game today? I'm completely baffled at that, because Eddie Howe actually did bring Lewis Hall on once Dan Burn was sent off. So if you're going to do that, then why was it not done before the red card? Or why do we not start Lewis Hall in the first place? I thought it was such a baffling managerial decision for Lewis Hall to not start today. Dan Burn is playing every single match for Newcastle. He's clearly an old player. He's clearly a player who was struggling at left back. In my opinion, he's not even a left back, and he's struggling there. And then we decide to not start Lewis Hall today. I was so puzzled by that, because we then subbed him on after Dan Burn was sent off, and we were already warned in the match at this point. Brentford scored a penalty goal 2-1 up. The third goal, I mean, it's already game over, because I think the red card is the killer for Newcastle. How we've been struggling all season to score with 11 players. When we're down to 10 players, we're not getting back into the game. The third goal, slide tackle by someone, puts a Brentford player through, and it's just laughable. The way we're losing games is laughable. The opposition fans are just taking the piss out of us at this point. Look at the Brentford fans. They're actually chanting England's #1 to Nick Pope after their goal. I mean, how often does that happen? How often does the opposition fan base actually mock our goalkeeper? It just doesn't happen. And they're just mocking Nick Pope for what is a bad mistake from him. And on top of that, you just got to look at the fact that Newcastle is already far down the league table. Our next fixtures, Man City at home. Erling Haaland is the best striker on the planet, who's in red-hot form. He's going to be licking his lips for that match after the international break. And then Everton away. Jordan Pickford will be having a field day as well. He always gets a clean sheet against us, always drops a man of the match against us. Speaking of Mackems, Jordan Henderson got one over Newcastle there. How is Jordan Henderson bossing our midfield? Hell, we'll talk about Sunderland in just a moment, but if the likes of Jordan Henderson or Boston, where you're talking about the matches are losing, I'm terrified going to the stadium. Like, we can't win any away match. We haven't won since April, and that Sunderland team, by the way, they've got one of the best home records this season. Arsenal, by far, is the best team in the league this season. They've dropped points there yesterday. We couldn't even beat anyone. So how are we going to go to Sunderland and beat them in December? I mean, this has actually been a disaster of a season in the Premier League, which is so infuriating, because I think Newcastle in cup competitions were unbelievably good in the Champions League, and then you're on a good Carabao Cup run, so you've actually got a very good season in cup competitions, and then an incredibly underwhelming and underperforming season in the Premier League. We're so far behind teams at the minute, and we're not going to catch them with the way we're playing. There is no way that away form is getting you anywhere near European football. And if you don't get European football this season, then players like Sonali are not going to stick around. Why would they stick around? Because we can't win any away matches. So the only solution now is to actually win something this season. That is what we've got to do. We've got to actually physically go in the Carabao Cup and just win it, just to get some form of European football, or somehow do the unthinkable and win the Champions League, which is just not going to happen. It's just been a disaster. It was a disaster today. We just need our players back. Livramento needs to come back. Wissa needs to come back. We need all of our players available to play, because it's just the same perpetrators. Nick Pope mistake, Dan Burn mistake. How many times have we said that in the Premier League this season? Because it's just the same people. The old, the players that can't play 3 times a week. Crucial mistakes. That's a joke today. The way we've lost that game today is a complete joke, and I think it is disgraceful. I think it was disgraceful last week, and I think it's even worse, you could argue, this week, because you at least got the illness excuse last week. But what was the excuse today? That is 3 points drop. Newcastle win that game despite us not playing well. We could have won that game, and Newcastle was gifted Brentford that win again. And I would argue, in a Brentford point of view, did Brentford fully give 100%, or did Brentford have a real top-class performance? I don't think they did. I thought it was just easy for them. It was incredibly easy for them, and considering the context, everything that's going on, shameful. It truly is shameful the way we're losing games. It's not on at all. Need to sort it out now, and I'm sick with this away form crap, because we've just been so bad at away matches this season. That's not on. Those people have spent a lot of money to be here. They spent their hard-earned time, and they spent their patience coming to watch Newcastle all the way in London 2 weeks in a row, and you've gifted them 2 horrible losses like that. The way we're losing games, it's not on at all. It's seriously not on.